Hello there, YouTube. Kenny here, aka SonFan85. This will be the second take of this video. The first one, for some reason, did not record at all. I had about 6 minutes of really good video, really good talking. I'm going to try to give it a second shot here. So, what's essentially going on is I'm waiting for the Warcraft rooms to get up so I can play for the rest of my day off, but they're currently down. So, I caught myself watching the Bill Nye versus Ken Ham debate again. And it's not even 10 months old. It's not even a year old yet, which is crazy. But essentially, what it is, if you haven't watched it yet, it's Bill Nye, the science guy, who's popular for kids shows, writing books, and being really a forefrontman or a frontman for science and making sure thought can thrive, and that we can just keep that practice of analyzing our world, seeing where we come from, all this and that. And then of course you have Ken Ham, who is really a frontman for Christian belief, at least a certain aspect of Christian belief, a very popular one. And so there's this debate going on, and I'm at the point now in the debate where Bill Nye talks about his famous bow tie, because that's what he's famous for. He wears a bow tie. He talks about his father's father, how he started wearing a bow tie, and then it was handed down. His father's father was part of the Rotary. He goes knocking on the door because he receives his bow tie, but he didn't know how to tie it. He asked this random stranger to be able to tie his bow tie for him. The guy says, "Yeah, come on in, lay down on the bed." And his father's like, "Okay." He lays down on the bed. The guy ties a perfect bow tie. He gets up. His father's father thanks him, and he says, "Thank you. I really appreciate it, but why did I have to lay down on the bed?" Well, the stranger said, "Well, I'm an undertaker. It's the best way I know to tie a bow tie." So there's that. Really funny. Bill Nye is such a great guy. But what I wanted to introduce, and something that got me thinking about it while I was watching the debate, is that all of this, all of our reality, all of our science theories, practices, Christian beliefs, other Christian belief or other religious beliefs, is all coming from one source. And it gets you thinking about it, because no matter where we came from, we would not be able to realize any of this or practice any of this without our brain. Our brain is who we are. And without it, we are nothing but a hunk of meat with a heart that's pumping blood into something that is not interacting with the world around us at all. Now, I could go into this whole, thing, well, human beings, comatose and everything, because really that's one avenue I could go down, but I'm not going to. But the brain, whether you worship, whether you practice science, whether you, just have your own belief or origin of where we come from, there would be no realizing that, or there would be no practicing that without a human brain, or without a brain overall. One thing I said in my recent video, the one that I lost, was thinking about a common household dog. I use a dog because a cat, while a cat is a good house pet, and I love cats, a dog is more related to man in different manners than a cat. A dog becomes loyal to its companions or its keepers, its human beings, and will protect them, while a cat tends to be more selfish in a way. But what I said is that a common household dog, especially an inside dog, specifically an inside dog that rarely goes outside, knows its territory. It has this domain where it lives, it eats, it marks its territory, it protects it, walks it daily, and this is their territory. This is what they know, and they're comfortable. And every so often, if they're lucky, they get a glimpse of the outside. The doors open, the windows open, they can look through it, and of course they know it's there, and so they might get curious about it. They'll probably look at it for a bit, but then they go back, to what they know. So in essence, that's really where a lot of human beings are comfortable. Now, of course, you have the human beings that love to get to the outside. They love to explore, they love to question. But no matter who you are, or what you like to do, or why you're here, whether you're a serial killer, you're a preacher, you're a scientist, work for the government, you work in charity, no matter who you are who you are because of your brain. And again, none of this could be realized. None of this could um, be without your brain. So, I get to thinking about that, and it's really important to remember, because this thing is able to do so much and endure so much, at least emotionally, mentally, maybe not so much physically, because your brain can only take so much physical damage before it might start malfunctioning or backfiring. And it also ages. The older it gets, on average, the older it gets, the harder it gets to remember stuff, and the more it kind of starts to deteriorate and break down. But if you keep it strong, if you keep it exercised, just like your body, it'll last longer. So it's really crazy to think about that, and I kind of wanted to share that with you. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment. See you later.